All right, everyone, it's time to talk about dudes beating the snot out of each other right now. And here to help is DraftKings contributor Tim Finnegan. It's UFC Chase or Fade here, Timmy. So which fighters are you targeting for this Saturday's UFC Fight Night event in Las Vegas? Let's focus here on the main card for this UFC Fight Night event. We have a lightweight bout between Luis Pena and Alexander Munoz. Pena is minus 150. That's a heavy favorite in this one. He's also the violent Bob Ross. So chase or fade that Pena comes out on top.
I think I'm going to chase this. So Pena is massive. He's 6'3", which is huge by the standards of the lightweight division. He's going to be 6 inches taller than Munoz. So he's going to have a really big edge and range. But one thing I will mention, though, is Pena does have weak takedown defense. He's only stopped about 45% of opponent takedown attempts. So Munoz does have a path to victory, and it's through takedowns. But if Pena can keep this fight standing, he's in a good position to win. Munoz has absorbed a lot of strikes. He's taken over about 5 significant strikes per minute. So if this fight stays standing, look for Pena to win.
Dude, the violent Bob Ross nickname has to be one of my favorites. It's amazing. All right, from lightweight, let's go to heavyweight here. Andre Arlovski will take on Chase Sherman. Arlovski is a minus 120 favorite in this one. So chase or fade that Sherman could pull off the upset.
I'm going to chase this one too. So Sherman is really active. He lands a lot of striking volume. He's landing about 6 significant strikes per minute. The flip side of his activity is he lands a lot. He absorbs a lot of strikes too, in addition to landing a lot of strikes. So Arlovski is a lot more patient, but his last 6 wins are by decision. Like, he hasn't finished anybody since 2015, and he's getting old. He's 42. Arlovski was the UFC heavyweight champion like ages ago, back in like 2005, like around then. So in DFS, Sherman is actually appealing for me at 7,700 because he throws a lot of strikes. So you have that high volume upside, and he has a knockout chance too because Arlovski doesn't have the greatest chin in the world. So I look at Sherman in this fight.
Almost 42. Like that's like the Tom Brady of UFC, man.
Oh, Tom Brady is 42, but he plays like he's 32. So
big facts, dude. Big facts. All right, let's go back to lightweight here as Jeremy Stephens gets set to take on Drakkar Klose in the co-main event. So Stephens enters the fight, minus 125 as the favorite. So chase or fade that Stephens actually takes care of business here.
So Stephens is moving up a weight class for this fight, and he's lost his last 4 fights in a row, but it's been against like really tough competition. Like, all of his last 4 opponents that he's lost to have ranked in the top 6 in their division, like Jose Aldo, Calvin Kattar, Yair Rodriguez, Sabit. Like, so Stephens is getting a big step down in competitions for this fight because Klose isn't ranked. So I'm looking for Stephens here to pull out the win against a softer competition.
Let's go main event. Robert Whittaker, huge 280 favorite against Kelvin Gastelum. Maybe Sportsbook isn't the best approach for that fight in DFS, but Gastelum is just 7,100 on the DFS side. So chase or fade that he's a worthy value play.
I'm going to fade this one. So there are times to chase value with live underdogs, but I don't think this is one of them. Like, Gastelum took the fight on somewhat short notice. He took it about a month ago, so he hasn't had a full fight camp for this fight. If you're going to look for value on this DFS card on DraftKings, I would look at Chase Sherman at 7,700. We talked about him before. He's a high volume fighter, and he has a good chance for a knockout. Like, those are the type of value plays you want to take a shot on. So I would look at him for value.
What about just your favorite DFS play overall for this UFC Fight Night slate?
I feel like I'm on repeat, but I'm going to say Chase Sherman at 7,700. You know, he's facing Andre Arlovski, who's old. Arlovski's 42. Arlovski hasn't finished the fight in 6 years. And Sherman lands about 6 significant strikes per minute, which is pretty high. And he has a chance to finish this fight by knockout because Arlovski has a reputation of not having the best chin in the world. So I would definitely look at him at 7,700.